Hello there. It is the 23rd of October 2020 today, and I think, if my memory serves me right, it has been a while since last time I uploaded one of these videos. And how long has it been? Can't really remember. A month, maybe? I don't know, let me just check, because I can simply just log into my YouTube account and see what time was the last time I uploaded a video, because I usually upload everything on there and have the date on them. Manage my Google? No. Where's my channel? Oh yeah, your channel. Okay. So, oh yeah. I was pretty accurate when it comes to predicting the days. So the last time I had a video uploaded was actually, let me just I think you see this, right? Yep, that's September the 24th of 2020. That's exactly, if not one day short of 1 month ago. So I feel like it has become a pattern that whenever I'm feeling, whenever I'm not feeling very good about myself, whenever I'm having problems about my life and everything on top of that, I just feel like I need to talk to someone. And it's too expensive to talk to a therapist or to a friend. Well, you don't really spend any money when you're talking to a friend, but you spend your like emotional currency. How do you say it? Like you would owe someone a lot when you're like exposing your problem to them and expect some kind of how do you say it? Like consulting words, it's emotionally costly to find a listener. So I figured every time I'm having problems with my life, I would just talk to you, which is myself, on my cell phone. It's actually really relieving. It's like how do you say it in English? It's like a tree hole, like a hole in the tree where you can just stuck your head in it, and it somehow gives you a false sense of safetiness and protection and everything. So I'm saying that because obviously, it has been a while, a month, 1 day short of a month, and I'm doing one of these videos again because there's something I want to share. Let's put it that way. So I don't think I can remember everything that happened, in the past month. 24th of September. Okay. So I can't even remember what my last video was about, to be honest. Oh, wait, actually, no. I uploaded something else on the 2nd of October. Huh. Okay, so I was uploading a few videos in the same time, and obviously one was shorter than the other, and the shorter one was actually taken. No, it was. Anyways, like when we're uploading videos at the same time, the one actually got finished first is not necessarily the one that taken earlier in the days. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, it has been 21 days since like 3 weeks. Okay, why am I telling you this? Well, who cares? Okay, so it's still a long time. I don't think I can cover everything in the past 3 weeks. My memory is not that good, nor are there so many memorable days in the past 3 weeks. It's just pretty much repeating itself, stay at home every day and not doing any research work or proposal writing or, thesis writing, which I should have been doing. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So, let's get started. First of all, it's really close to the U.S. election of 2020. Joe Biden is gonna be the challenger, and Donald Trump is gonna be the incumbent. So that's gonna take in place in, I think, November the 3rd, right? Yeah, election day, November the 3rd. So we have 1 week, less than 2 weeks, 1 week and a half 1 week and 3 days to be exact, until election day. I remember 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, I was first in America, and that was when Hillary Clinton was, campaigning against Donald Trump, and I was really excited about the election because it's new to me. I've never ever involved in any kind of politics, even not even on TV. Like I'm not even gonna vote, but like I've never cared about it in China because it's not a thing. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that before. So now it has been 4 years, 4 crazy years under Donald Trump's leadership. So hopefully he's going to be out of the office, voted out. There's a lot of drama talking about, he's been insinuating that the mail ballot is probably fraudulent, and he's probably gonna do something if he lost the election. He's gonna claim or appeal or make legal argument about how he didn't actually lose the election, he was rigged or whatever. It's it's such a abysmal sore loser, abysmal winner if he wins, which I don't think he's going to. And how they say that you should put your money where your mouth were, because it's easy to just talk. I see a lot of people in the forums, especially in one of the Chinese forums I visit very often, Zhihu. That forum actually correctly predicted how Donald Trump would win the 2016 campaign. But I think they're just lucky. They're in luck. They're not actually that good in predicting stuff, because Donald Trump won by a very, very, very small margin. He lost in the popular vote in 2016 by like 2% or something. And he won a few, I think at least 3, right? Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina. Those swing states by less than 1% of the vote. So he just got lucky. And anybody who says they're certain that Donald Trump is going to win, they're fucking hypocrites. They're wrong. All right, even though in the end their projection was right, but they're just lucky. So in that forum, probably fueled by that kind of correct. Oh, we're the wise parties. So all the media in 2016 projected that Hillary Clinton was going to win, but she lost, and we're the smarter people. So they're kind of like trying to do that again. So you see a lot of people in Zhihu says they're confidently 100% definitely going to project that Donald Trump is going to win. Every time it makes me so fucking mad. Like, what the fuck you're talking about? Like, if you really think 100% that Donald Trump is going to win, why don't you just bet on him? Like I said, put your money where your mouth were. There are a lot of betting websites, and the odds are pretty good on Donald Trump. The last time I checked, it was like a plus 150, plus 140, something like that, which means that if you bet $100 on Donald Trump winning, if he does win, then you win $140 or $150. You have like 150% of your investment money comes back. So 250%, if I'm being completely clear. So why don't you just do that? Even if you think there's like an 80%, 70% chance Donald Trump is going to win, you should still do that, right? The mathematical expectation of your betting, of your investment, betting's investment if you think about it, because stock is like a very safer betting compared to going to casinos. Anyways, if you actually think that, just put your money where your mouth were. Fucking do it. Come on. Don't tell me you don't have any money, because you can get a loan for like 10%, and then bet on it, and then still win a lot of money. So don't fucking tell me you don't have the money. Just the only reason they're saying that, because they can get away with it. Like everybody is doing on the internet. They can get away with everything they said. They don't have to pay any price, even if what you're saying is wrong, is misleading, is unfair, is completely, utterly ridiculous. So I just despise those people, which is why I am putting my money on where my mouth is, which is Joe Biden is going to win this election. So that's the first thing I want to talk about today, is that I placed a bet on my bookie. I did some research online, betting, and there's several websites, which one is safer, which one is gonna like less tricks or whatever, how they're gonna pay you back, some research, and then how to avoid the traps. Like you shouldn't use the bonus they're offering, because once you do, you have to do the rollover, which is rollover is something that, for example, if you have like 100% bonus but 10 times the rollover, which means that if you're investing or depositing $2,000, and then they're going to give you another $2,000, total of $4,000 they can play with, but you have to win. You have to at least have like 4,000 times 10, which is the rollover number, which is $40,000 in your account when you can withdraw your money. And everybody knows, well, not everybody knows, a lot of people knows, the smart people knows that long-term betting is almost a guaranteed lose, because that's how the casinos makes money. Even though the chance of them winning against you is like 51%, then in the long term they still win, like almost definitely. So they're making that as a trap. So you would invest some money, get some bonus, which makes you happy, but only temporarily. Then you realize they have to keep gambling, and very small chance of that will lead to a situation where you have enough money to withdraw. Most of the situations you lose all your money before you get there. So that's a trap. I avoided that. I just deposited $2,500 and I bet on Joe Biden winning the election. I can probably profit like $1,500 if I win. By I win, I mean Joe Biden wins. So I consider myself better than those motherfuckers online who says so confidently, at least on paper, oh, I think Donald Trump is definitely going to win this election. There's no way he and they give you all those, oh my god, it looks so just, how do you say, like, I don't really have a word for drumbeat. How do you say, like pretentious, just really not making any sense arguments. Like they just say whatever they want, and they're like live in their own bubbles, and they refuse to take things in an objective way. Like why don't you guys just bet on it? Like if you don't bet on it, okay, that was because I was talking too fast, not because I have COVID, because that would be terrible. Yeah, so I despise those people. I consider myself better than them just because I put my money where my mouth is. And we'll know the result of that in less than 2 weeks. 10 days to be exact. Pretty exciting. So I told this to my parents, obviously, because my mom, like we chat little things, we're calling each other. My dad knows that, so because they're married to each other. They're actually not married to each other. They got divorced, like on paper, because there's some fucking stupid policy in China that actually gives, benefits to divorced couple. For example, if you're a couple, like legally married couple, you can only purchase or one house or something like that. So some people choose to divorce and they purchase several houses, but actually stay married in reality, but just legally not married. So my parents did that. It's I don't really want to comment on that. It's their choice. I wouldn't do that if it were me on the same like shoes or whatever. What's the expression on shoes on their foot or whatever. But okay, I digress. So my parents know that, Alan knows that, my friend knows that, and yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Because you don't want to tell everybody, oh, I bet on Joe Biden, post something on the social media, and when you lose, which is possible, the website gives Joe Biden like a 60-70% of chance of winning, which means that 30% of a chance you're gonna lose, and everybody's gonna laugh at you. Not everybody, like most people don't care. Okay, so that's the first thing. I have been closely watching all the polls from Clear Politics, from 538, and all the commentators from both left and right wings, liberal political commentators, The Hill, Secular Talks, and all the interviews and stuff, and the debate, and then plus a little bit of my thought on it. I feel like I'm pretty confident that Joe Biden is going to win. It's not 2016 anymore. even if you factor the same kind of last minute red wave bias for Donald Trump on this election, on the current polls, Joe Biden is still going to win comfortably. So let's see how that's going to play out. I consider this like a rare opportunity where I can actually have fun in gambling. I have only gambled, including this, twice in my life. The first time I was betting on the 2018 NBA Finals, where the Golden State Warriors was against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They went by a 4-0 sweep. I was betting on the Cavaliers could win at least one game. Oh well, lost $300 on that. So I mean, if I lose this bet again, I'm never gonna touch any kind of bet for profiting purposes. I may still bet in the future, like playing poker with my friends or going to casinos to have fun. I consider that a consumerism. Like I'm spending money to have fun instead of having any expectation for any money in return. So let's see how that plays out. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing is the okay, so I've been dating a lot recently. Yeah, that's the second thing I want to talk about. Ever since I think a month and a few days ago, I was not dumped because we were never together. But I was really into that girl I was dating for a month, and then she just called it off. I was pretty sad, and I feel like every time you get, you have something like that happen on you, rejected, or you get hurt a little bit less. Because it took me, I don't know, half a year to recover from my first really serious romantic relationship proposal, and then it was like a several month, then 2-3 months, then I was pretty much recovered in 2 weeks after last time. It's really just you are less and less vulnerable in the same time that you're less and less believing in the core of romantic relationships. It has become more and more secular to me. Like it's just sexual attractions and social status, that matching or whatever. So anyway, as I was saying, I was pretty much recovered already, and I've been dating I think 3 girls after the last one, the girl from Jersey. And it's actually pretty easy to get a date. People are really open-minded these days, even if we're from a country where we view this as pretty serious business. But asking someone out in New York City is not that hard. You just have a comfortable conversation for a few hours, and then you ask her out, and she said, yes, okay, we'll set a time, and then we have a meal, have a few laughs. It's actually a pretty enjoyable thing to do. I'm not gonna make a move, physical interactions, like holding hands even. I think that's too close for a first date or second date, even a third date if you're not really into each other. So to me, it's just hanging out with a friend, having a meal, which is pretty pretty rare these days because of the COVID situation. We eat at home most of the time, so dining out is pretty amazing. And I've been having fun, to be honest. So 3 girls. The first one I met 2 weeks ago. Actually, there was a back-to-back date, like 2 days, 2 different girls. And the first one was all right. Personality pretty good, and a little bit of chubby. I want to say that because I feel like I'm being really douchey by saying that, but that's true. It's first impression is really important. Like we had a second date, but only because I think she's really nice, really wholesome girl. So I was willing to give it a try to, overlook the first impression not perfectness thing. Okay, I admit that I'm a total douchebag by saying that, so all the judgments are due, but still. So like, I was trying to ask her out again because I feel like, I'm not doing anything harm to her or whatever. Like, it's not like we had sex and then I abandoned her. It's not remotely that. It's just, I'm taking this lesson less seriously right now. I don't think that, it's a black or white situation. When you like someone, when you want to be with her, you should ask her out. If not, you should just cut all the communications. I don't think it's like that anymore. It's more of a casual situation to me. Just meeting a friend, something like that. Anyways, that's not completely done yet. But we haven't been talking to each other for like a week. Like, the thing is, if I don't talk to her, she's never gonna talk to me. Maybe she doesn't like me either. So hopefully that's the situation, because that puts less pressure on me if I wanted to terminate the relationship. And why would I want to do that? Because, okay, let me talk to you about another date from the back-to-back situation, the two-girl situation. So the second girl is like really amazing in a weird way. Like, there's no future, obviously. So she's like really not girly. She wears a hat and then dressed like a man, basically. It looks like a man a little bit. And then, I learned that she's like a feminist or whatever. With, a lot of people are a little scared with people who claim to be feminists, even though I think everybody who has a basic understanding of how society works and, have a higher education should be feminist. But when someone claims himself or herself, mostly herself, to be a feminist, it's really scary. And it turns out it's true. Like, I don't want to go into details on that. Anyways, she dated not just men, but women as well. That's really another red flag to me. Anyways, just, I really enjoyed the conversation with her because, like, it's intelligent, it's funny. I think that I would really want to be friends with someone like that in another situation, but there's no future, like, romantic-wise. I haven't contacted her either since. It has been 2 weeks from the date, so I think, like, she doesn't contact me either, so it's a mutual respect of, we're not for each other, so let's just stop it. So that was 2 dates. Not really that, like, I've never had a date that went really wrong, like we're really unhappy, like people are really mad at each other. No, I think the least you can do is to have a friendly conversation, exchange of opinions and whatever. The overall atmosphere should be friendly. Okay, so I had a date last night with a girl I met like a week ago, last Saturday or Sunday, I think. And that was a really good date. I mean, first of all, she's really pretty. Okay, I'm superficial. I know. I've never seen anybody who's more superficial than me. Probably everybody is that superficial, but they don't really show it to you. So I know myself the best because I know what I really think. The deepest, darkest thoughts of myself can, only be reviewed to myself. So I'm really superficial. But, she's just really pretty and really tall. I like tall girls. Like 5'8". Wow, that's just perfect, wonderful. I think, like, as long as you're shorter than me, I'm 5'11", then the taller the better. I just couldn't really appreciate short girls. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and a lot of people like that, and I can see how they do like that. They seem vulnerable. They really makes you want to protect them, or it's really cute or whatever. But it's not my thing. So when I see a tall, beautiful girl who I can actually have a polite conversation with, I just instantly think, wow, I'm gonna go for her. So last night was really, really pleasant. We had a meal and some dessert together and walked around the park. I showed her my lab. We played a little bit with the Lookinaugen or whatever. My usual tricks. Not usual tricks. I showed it to one girl before her. Like, you would think that Lookinaugen is like an everyday chemical stuff we use, so it's no big deal. But to people who've never seen something like that, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess I don't really have a lot of problems to share this time. a little bit of moral, dilemma here, because dating two girls or more than two girls at the same time for the past me is unthinkable. I think that's, only douchebags would do that. But I guess you have to adapt to the new, because they're dating multiple people at the same time too, I believe. At least they should. Or, I don't think I'm the only one who's interested in them because they're like really pretty, especially the one from last night. And so I guess there are some principles, of course. For me is, if I'm not completely serious with someone, there shouldn't be any physical contact, including holding hands, because that's like making a pretty bold statement. And obviously I'm paying for most of the meals and the things we spend money on. I think that's kind of an obligation of what guys should do. If like we had dinner last night, I paid for dinner and she paid for dessert, which is like half of the price, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's like she's willing to pitch in, but still respect my will of paying the majority of the fees. So like the perfect mindset. And which is also, I think, why guys make more than girls in the same kind of jobs, like 80%. Women only make 80% of the money that men make in the same kind of job, because men do have to pay more in the, in the women-men interactions. Okay, that makes it sound weird, like sex, whatever. So I guess the only problem I have is the moral dilemma of dating more than one people at the same time, like it's far away from a playboy, but for the past me to view the currently, I'm definitely gone bad, right? It's like, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Keep an open mind. I'll probably ask this girl out again. Like, if she says no, this is fine. I feel like I'm much more stronger right now when it comes to getting rejected, getting my bubbles popped out. Because when you experience that kind of things, a lot of times you kind of get immune to the emotional trauma caused by it. But hopefully she'll say yes, and then we can get to know each other a little bit better. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I have a group meeting in 5 minutes. Well, the group meetings right now is really just, Ned is in a rehab center right now, all alone. Nobody can visit him, and everybody's, at home, work from home, and some people have to go to the lab. I've been going to the lab until last week because I feel like there's really no reason to go to the lab because I can do everything at home, which is not true, because in the lab I get something done. At home I get nothing done. Anyways, I'll see you next time. And probably with some good news about the girl I was dating last night, but maybe some bad news because that's statistically more likely. But I still have hope. Hope is a good thing, from a movie or somewhere. Shawshank Redemption, maybe. All right. Also, one of the reasons I was doing this is because I just shaved yesterday, and I probably won't be shaving for another few days until I'm going out next time. So I just wanted to reserve the better image of myself. Otherwise, I look hideous. I look like 10 years older with all the mustaches and beard on. It's ridiculous how men can look so different without even, doing makeups. All right, I'll see you next time. Group meeting is starting. Ciao. Wait. Live long and prosper, I guess.